What's up, everyone? Hope you're having a wonderful day. Welcome to the CryptoSavy channel, where you subscribe for daily updates every single day on Bitcoin, Litecoin, and Ethereum. We are still in a critical area. We talked about it a little bit yesterday. We're going to go into it some more today. Don't forget, we have a free Discord group in the description below the video. Definitely check it out, and let's get on with the video. All right, guys, as always, I want to remind you I'm not a financial advisor. This is not financial advice, trading advice, nor is it investment advice. There is a disclaimer scrolling on the bottom. Make sure you read it. And remember, this is my opinion, not yours. And let's just take a quick look at the news headlines and get a feel for the sentiment. U.S. DOJ calls Bitcoin mining a crime and arrest of software. That was the Coin Ninja stuff. If you haven't heard about it, check it out. Bitcoin price loves Valentine's Day as historical data favors. Reddit no longer cares about the price of Bitcoin, and that's bad, they say. CNBC sell signal strikes again. You know what that means. Usually, you do the opposite what CNBC says, or CNBC says. Watch Spencer Bogart and Jacob Canfield debate if Bitcoin is probably in a bull market. I'm assuming that's what they're debating. Here's how to inspect Bitcoin's next likely major upgrade, why BitPay's in-store payments mean for Bitcoin, or what they mean. So it's kind of so-so, nothing really bullish nor really bearish, kind of mixed signals there. Fear and greed index, we are down. Actually, we're the same as yesterday. Or no, we're not. We're down 2 points. We're still in the greed. Bitfinex, BitMEX, Binance, total longs versus shorts. The longs are 68.37%, shorts are 31.63%. All of them have more longs than shorts on all three exchanges, which is usually a bearish sign. You guys know if you've been watching the channel. If not, we were watching this 9,200, and I said if we closed last month above that, which we did, it would be bullish, which it has been, and we are getting support there still as we speak. Let's look at the weekly. This is why I've been looking at the weekly, guys, and just so you know, I'm looking for a possible rejection off the top of this triangle here. The 0.65 Fibonacci level is right around the 11,100, 11,200 area, and if we do get up there, I think that'll be within the next couple weeks probably, but I do see us going down first, but I will be putting a short in when we test this line, and I will be putting a stop loss just above it to protect myself. Also, if we do blow through it, I will be putting in a long with a stop loss underneath it. So if you guys are interested in trading, I'll leave a Bybit tutorial up top. Definitely check it out. I also have a Bybit and a Prime XBT link down below, with both of them you get bonuses for making a deposit. The Prime XBT one, it has some promo codes down there. Definitely check it out. You get some good deals with it. So but if you're new to trading and you're going to try that, definitely practice first, and don't put in more money than you're willing to lose if you're going to play with real money. Also, don't use high leverage, guys, and be crazy. But anyway, just be responsible. Make sure you use stop losses. Everybody talks about people getting liquidated by leverage trading and blah blah blah. Well, most likely, they're not using stop losses. You can't get liquidated if you use stop losses. So, anyways, back to the charts. What I'm expecting here is a rejection off this top trend line and come down to retests somewhere between the $7,700 and $800 or $7,700 and $8,000 range. Possibly, guys. This isn't a guarantee, but I'm just saying that is what I'm looking for. We look at the RSI, same thing. I would expect the RXI to get rejected up here. If not, we would blow through, and that would be blowing through the top of there. Most likely come back and do a retest and continue on from there. And it may look something like this. So that's what I'm looking at. Let's look at the daily. All right, so on the daily. Also, I want to remind you guys, definitely don't forget to give it a thumbs up. Stop the video now for 2 seconds. Give it a thumbs up. Leave a comment down below. Let me know what you think. That also gets you entered to win a free t-shirt. I do a random comment pick from a random video throughout the week every Sunday and send a free t-shirt out to the winner. And to look at the t-shirts, you can go down to my wife's webpage, inkyyourimage.com. There is a link below, and check it out. All right, looking at the daily. So looking at this, so far, looks like we've broken out of this falling channel. But as you can see, the volume is still declining. I don't consider this a full-blown breakout. But as of right now, as you can see, I have the Fibonacci retracement from the swing high to the swing low. And we are getting support right now on the 0.5 fib right here. So that's the 50% mark. I am still kind of short-term bearish, and I'll explain that here in a minute. But if we can hold above this, that'll be pretty damn bullish, and we'll most likely be heading up towards that 11,100 area. But like I said, I do expect a rejection there. If not, then I believe we will have a huge parabolic run after that. The ultimate low here, guys, from the swing low to the swing high of last year's move is the 0.786 retracement of 5,400. Keep in mind that's still possible. Less likely, but it is possible. Let's look at, as you can see, the EMAs here, guys. We watch the EMAs on this channel, and we are getting support on the daily on the 8 EMA here. We've got a bounce off of it twice up here in the last 2 days. And obviously we had this golden cross here with the 200 EMA, the 55 crossed up on the 200 EMA. And let's take a look at the RSI. We are still in this rising channel here. We popped above this white rising channel and had like a bear trap, came back down. We'll see what happens. If we can pop back above this in the daily, that's bullish. We'll most likely be headed up to that 11,100, somewhere in that area. If we break down below the bottom of this support on this blue channel, then we're most likely coming back down to test the top of this falling channel in orange. So we'll be keeping an eye on that, and we'll look at what the targets may be. And looking at the 4 hour, this is going to be kind of messy, guys. I apologize ahead of time. I don't have a lot of time today, so excuse me. Still got a little cold too, obviously. But anyway, we still have this target at 10.8. But as you guys know, I've been watching this whole thing as a possible inverse head and shoulders. And if we can't break that 10,530 range, then this is still a big possibility. These would be the correction areas. This would be the first one, 95.57. And if you look at, let's go back over to the monthly. If we were to retest this month, test the top of this in this monthly candle, that would be about 90, right around that 95.50 range, which would match up with, which would match up with this 0.236 retracement of this move from the swing low to the swing high. I hope you guys can follow along. Like I said, don't have a lot of time today. But otherwise, as you guys know, I have these 3 trend lines on the top, which are just clones of this trend line where we had 3 touches on the bottom. I cloned it. I put it up to these wicks here, which we got resistance, blew through it. It became support. Same thing on each one. I put one on this wick, one on this wick, and one on this wick. And we are above them all now. If we were to come back down and test the top of that at the 0.382 would be about 89. But again, guys, if we break this, then this, and again, this is just an assumption that I believe this is a possibility of an inverse head and shoulders, something I've been watching and talking about for over a month now, and it seems to be playing out. But if we break this top trend line, then it is invalidated. So let's look at what else we got here. I'm going to zoom in. Well, first of all, I'll show you what I believe this to be right now. And I believe this to be wave 1, 2, 3, 4, and we're having an extended 5th wave. I do have this target up at 11,871. That would be my target, which would also line up at the top of this dotted line, which is a rising broadening wedge, guys. So, but if we do hit that 11.8, 11.9, I think it's very likely that we go up to test the top of that trend line around 11.1 to 11.3, depending on how long it is a declining trend line. So let me get this out of our way now. Let's look at the EMAs and what's going on as of right now. Right now, we are getting support on the 4-hour on the 8 EMA, and they are looking bullish. It almost looks like a fractal from what we had here. May come down to touch here, but if you guys are part of my Discord channel, I've been waiting for this target down here around the 97.80 to 98 range. Actually, I'm gonna move it up right around the $9,800 range. But keep in mind, this does look like a rising wedge here, and the measured move, if we drop below that, would get us down to right around that 200 EMA, which is, let's put a price label on that, right around the 92, actually right around the 92.50 range. So there is another target to keep in mind. And guys, I know it seems weird with the targets, but if you watch for confirmations and keep an eye on what's going on, you'll be able to figure out what's going on. We'll probably get some support here around the 95.50 like we talked about. If we get a nice bounce there, that may be it. We may come up and break this trend line, which, like I said, would invalidate the inverse head and shoulders. But either way, guys, I see us coming back to these areas to retrace at some point here in the near future. If this move is over, if we have topped out here, let me put this, line it up. I have a Fibonacci retracement from the swing low. Make sure that's on there right. From the swing low to the swing high. And these would be the retracement areas. Like I showed you, these are waves 1 through 5. And if it's finished here, we'd be looking for a wave 2, which, like I said, could be as low as the 7304. That's the 0.786 Fibonacci, guys. The only problem with that is that could definitely be 7304. That would be a perfect wave 2. That would be an extremely deep retracement and then just huge move up from there. But again, we could stop at the 8,000. That is the golden pocket zone, and that would line up with this bottom trend line. Also, you can see I have this purple trend line here looking at this as a rising broadening wedge, and the 0.5 fib is around the 8,500, 8480 to 8,500, somewhere in that range. And then our next target, 30.382 at 8950 to $9,000 range. But like I said, guys, I'm short-term bearish here. I still think we're correcting down here, most likely to 97.98. But if I am incorrect and we do blow through this 11.5, my next stop is that $10,880 to $10,900 range. But like I said, I am short-term bearish. I do think we come down and retest this area first, and we'll see what happens. Let's look at the RSI. So in the RSI, we've been watching this kind of wedge. Maybe you could consider it a triangle, wedge, whatever. But I do believe that, let me zoom in and show you. If this is a fractal playing out here, which I don't think it is, guys. As you can see, we came down here, right here, got our bounce up, back down, and run up. Back, same thing here. This low looks like this one, and this would mean we're coming up to around this range, the $65 or 65 on the RSI. I don't think that's what we're seeing, but it definitely could be. So keep that in mind. Yeah, I don't think that's what's going on. I'm still looking for this low down here. We could get a bounce off the 55 EMA, which would be around the 10,050 range, and continue up to this high up here. There's so much that could happen here, guys. Just if you are following along, draw these trend lines in. You should be all right. It should help you make your decision. Also, join the Discord. That will help you. Yeah, that's about it for right now. There was one more thing I wanted to look at, and I cannot remember at this moment, but this is what I'm looking for, guys. Possibly that 9,800. If that fails to hold, then the 9250. Actually, 9550, then 9250. Let's but anyways, like I said, this is what we're looking at if we can't break that 10,005, in my opinion. Litecoin. So Litecoin seems to be ready to have a golden cross. If we close up here today and don't get a swift move down, then we're most likely these are going to cross inevitably, and every time they've crossed in the past, you see what happens. Look at this, the last time it crossed over here in April last year, had that huge run up. So yeah, we could get that, but as you can see, after we had that run up, it came down and retested that 55 EMA. So if we do run up a little more, we could come back down and test it somewhere in the $66 range. That has been a very important area. I am going to put a, whoops, that is not right. So let's do this. So around that $66 range, guys, would be where I would expect this to correct if we're finished here. I do have this target up at $90. If we go up to that 10.8 range on Bitcoin, then we're probably going up to the $90 range on here. I've had these targets in here. We did hit my target at 84. It actually went to about 84.50. I had it at 84.23, so pretty close. Now, the other thing I wanted to point out, looking at this as a rising wedge here, if we were to drop down, let's say the 79, I expect 79 hold. If it doesn't, then we're most likely going down to the $60 range, which would be the 0.5 fib, which could line up with the 55 EMA if we, pop up and come down, like I said, with this golden cross here. Also, the RSI looks like it has enough room to pop up one more time. We are getting some hidden bearish divergence on the RSI with higher highs and lower highs on the RSI. So keep that in mind. But that's what I'm looking at, guys. I am short-term bearish here. Ethereum, we've had this target at 180 or 285. We did hit our target of 251. Came back down, actually tested it for support. It looks like we want to continue up from here. RSI is pretty high here. It is actually to its top level we had over here at 88. So yes, we could definitely go higher, but it is looking like that 285 will be the max if we can get up there. If we're already topped out here, I look for us to come down and retest the 240 area. If that doesn't hold, 217. If you look at this falling channel here, we could come all the way down to 152 range to retest the top of that. I don't think that's as likely. I think it's more likely we hit the 178 range, 179, which is the golden retracement zone. So yeah, I'll do daily updates every single day for you guys. So definitely make sure you subscribe to the channel by clicking the CryptoSavy logo above my head. Tick the notification bell to get you notified when I post new videos. Smash that like button and leave your comments down below. You also get entered to win a free t-shirt. Yeah, we'll keep up on it, see what's going on, and try to keep our eyes on the next move. Thanks, guys, and have a great day.